good morning. Day 147. Had a good night last night. It got down to 53 degrees, so it was good temperature. No condensation. Things are still a little bit damp just from my sweat yesterday, but other than that, real good night. Heard something, sort everything in the bear locker. I heard something scamper off fast. There might have been it's bigger than like a raccoon, but it might have been like a juvenile bear or something that scampered off fast in the woods. I think the couple next door, Brian and Laura, scared it off. I didn't see anything, I just heard it. So, all in all, good night. It's 6:15, ready to hit the trail. It's going to be a lot of uphill. It's like one massive uphill for about 13 miles today, and then downhill to the campsite. But in that 13 miles, I think we go like 3,100 feet. So it's just, 4,100 feet. It's a steep uphill. We go from like 2,000 feet up to like 5,000 or 6,000 feet. So it's steep. All right, we'll see you on down the trail. So today's climb goes from 3,000 feet to 7,000 feet. So got just straight up 4,000 feet. No real breaks or downhills to alleviate. Almost like Sea Valley. So we'll just, that's why I want to get on the trail early and just try and knock this out before it gets hot in the afternoon. At least get up in elevation where it's a little bit cooler. All right, we'll see you down the trail. Okay, so I've been in the forest, this real tall brush all morning. I don't know if you can still see it, but the skies has been this orange kind of up ahead of me all morning long. Just still all the smoke and haze in the air. I have a feeling it's going to be that way for the next few days, maybe the rest of the trip. We'll see. A few clouds up above, but still a lot of haze. All right, we'll see you down the trail. Okay, U.S. Forest Service. So we're entering and just leaving Cascades National Park. So I guess no more fancy space age composting toilets for me. Back to digging cat holes. All right, we'll see you down the trail. Uh-oh, getting delayed here. We got a huge field of wild raspberries here. So can't pass these up without getting stopped. So I'm going to partake in a few. All right, look at this. We're outside the national park. They still got nice bridges in the forest. So this is nice. Jumped across that. Blaze is turned sideways, falling down. A nice little footbridge. No handholds, but they got steps and flat surface, so I'll take it. Okay, here we are at the Rainy Pass trailhead. This is where a lot of people started hit return to the trail. I think it was the Easy Fire. I forget the Easy Fire. You had to go all the way up to Hearts Pass, or you get on at Rainy Pass. But this did open up, so people started getting on here. That they'd jump from Stevens Pass all the way up to Mazama, and then get a ride down to here. Then they opened up Stehekin, so I was able to get on the trail 20 miles earlier than Rainy Pass, and check out the ferry and the bakery and all that. The aluminum composting toilet, can't miss that. So I think we got from Rainy Pass to Hearts Pass is I think 20 miles. That's the other popular jump on and off point. And then just 30 miles to the border. With the fire closures, it really spreads everyone out, and people take different routes and get on at different points. They skip different amounts. There's a few that even hiked around the Diamond Complex fire. I had to skip just over 100 miles. I think the route around it was about 140 taking a lot of roads and that. So I just yesterday I passed a girl that was doing that and just got, she had done that. And, I got on and saw her just past Sahican, and she was planning on getting off, I think, here and resupplying, and then taking another alternate route. She didn't even realize that the Easy Fire was the trail's open because of the Easy Fire that opened up, I guess, while she was still on the trail, and so she hadn't heard that good news. The fires really mess everyone up, but I shouldn't say that. The fires impact everyone and cause them to adjust their plans and their routes. But, it's part of hiking the PCT. There's fires every year. Sometimes they're all over the place. Sometimes there's just a few of them. For me, I got detoured 4 times with the 2 biggest ones in Washington and then a considerable one in Oregon. The one in California was only like 11 miles, so that wasn't too bad. But overall, I was probably impacted right around 300 miles. So anyway, that's the fire update. I'm at Rainy Pass now. Got another 20 miles to Hart's Pass, so I'll probably hit Hart's Pass tomorrow. I got about another, I don't know, maybe 12 miles to go today. 12 to 14. We'll see how the day goes. All right, we'll see you down the trail. This is Cutthroat Pass. Hiked up from 3,000 feet at camp today to 7,000 feet right now. You can see the trail still goes up a little bit over that knoll there, but this is the Cutthroat Pass. And on a clear day, this would be spectacular. It's a little hazy, or a lot of hazy from the fires, but it's beautiful nonetheless. Cutthroat Pass. That's not good. There's a helicopter with a water bucket. Don't like to see that. Especially he's going north, that's where I'm going. But it's probably a small fire. Must be sending the planes. Alright, we'll keep an eye open. It's a shame the visibility is so bad. I mean, this is beautiful, but on a clear blue day, I mean, like that ridgeline out there is so rugged, but it's kind of hazy, or real hazy. I was talking to one of the locals, and you can see 3 or 4 layers here. She said, clear day, you can see 8 or 9. So that's a shame. But, you take what you can get. That's not good. The smoke seems to be getting worse. Besides just the high atmosphere haze, this whole valley here is filled up with smoke. So I hope there's not something new brewing up ahead. That wouldn't be good. I saw a couple more helicopters with buckets. So there might be something going on around here. Well, keep your eyes open. I don't see any, obviously no flames or billowing smoke. There's just dead still. There's 0 wind. So that's a good thing. If there is a new fire, at least it's not windy out. We'll keep our eyes open and see what happens. This valley's filling up with smoke fast. And I can't tell, the trail goes up along here and scoots over. I was hoping it'd go up and over that ridge on the coming up there, but can't tell. Look at the map. It looks like it stays on the left side and goes down to that valley. And the river I was going to camp on is kind of at the bottom or near the bottom of that valley, I think. So hike up another mile or 2 and see if I'm reading the map correctly. But this is not ideal. We'll hike up another mile or 2 and see where the trail goes. I've seen some helicopter activity, but they seem to be a little bit to the south of me. So hopefully that's where the fires are, because I'm headed north. But this valley's really full of smoke. So I'll probably need to pull out my my mask here pretty soon. All right, we'll keep you posted. Another bucket is going south. Getting to this valley here, I think I'm gonna get lucky. I think the trail, you know, I was worried that real Smoky Valley's down there, and I'm gonna be headed down a couple thousand feet here shortly, just after this last climb. But I think this climb takes me up and over to the right, so I might avoid that valley of smoke. Fortunately, I just passed a local couple going southbound. They said smoke lightens up a little bit down the trail here. He said there are about 100 hikers ahead of me. So I think I'm headed to the north, where that valley there is to the west. Yeah, and there's another helicopter headed into that valley down the west. So I think I might look out here. We'll see, but it's getting really, really smoky. I can really smell it. My eyes are burning a little bit, but I'm going uphill, so it's hard to wear a mask going uphill. After I get over the crest here and start heading downhill, I'll probably pull it out, just so I can breathe a little bit better. All right, we'll keep you posted. Yep, good. Just what I was hoping. So the trail curves around to the right and goes down there. Heard a little bit of smoke, but the real heavy stuff is down that valley. So I was headed, right across here, and I was scared I was gonna have to go down in that valley where all the smoke was, and that seems where all the helicopter activity is. So I think this ridge line is gonna, right up here, is gonna separate me from the real heavy smoke. There's some down here. There's actually quite a bit down here, but nothing like that other valley. So I'm feeling a lot better now. I was getting concerned, and I really didn't want to turn around. But I was just looking at all options. So I think I'm gonna be okay. Headed down this way. You can see it's still pretty hazy. We'll see if it gets better as I drop down. Okay, day 148 closeout. Things are getting close. Let's see. So just past 2,600 mile marker, maybe 9 miles ago, something like that. So I'm like 46 miles from the border. I think I tasted it a little bit when I had dinner tonight. It's close, and I gotta lay out exactly where I want to camp the next 2 nights, because I'll probably slack pack to the border. So I'll set up tent in 2 nights, and then just carry a half empty backpack with some I could carry all my food, maybe a couple clothes in that, but leave my tent and sleeping bag and sleeping system back at the campsite, because I'll tag the border, and then after you do the border, you got backtrack 30 miles to get to the nearest road. So I decided I'm not going to go into Canada, even though I did get the permit, but I decided I'm not going to go. Some other people are going, but I think it's just easier to get to Seattle if I stay in Washington. So things are getting real. It's getting close. 46 miles. So I'll go through Hart's Pass tomorrow. I'll probably camp somewhere maybe 5 miles north of it, give or take. Today was a lot of climbing. Started off with that monster 4,000 foot climb, but it was over 13 miles, so the slope wasn't too bad. It was just constant uphill. And then later on the day, it was hazy all day, but later in the afternoon it got real smoky. We were up near approaching Methow Pass. That was the last climb. I was getting worried because I just, the smoke and the haze is mostly in the upper atmosphere and that. So it's, it kind of ruins your long distance sight, and, kind of creates a hazy day. Kept it cool, which was nice. But, as I was approaching Methow Pass, you just see down the valley, and it was just covered in smoke, low hanging smoke. There were a lot of helicopter activity, probably I don't know, I probably saw 30 helicopters today doing water drops. Never saw any flames, but I was concerned that the trail was headed right for that valley. I knew I was going down camping by a river, but luckily it hung a right. I'm like one valley over from where the real heavy smoke is. So I think I should be okay. It's not bad now. I mean, you got the high altitude haze, but I'm not smelling the smoke now. My hiking up that last section of Methow Pass, my eyes were watering. I was kind of coughing a little bit. It was smoke was pretty bad. I got a little campsite all to myself right now, and there's a few others closer to the river. So I'm not expecting anyone else to join me tonight. There might be some others, in the general area. We're just going to keep making our way to the border. Yeah, I'll go by Harts Pass tomorrow, and then the day after we'll lay up. What's tomorrow's? Monday. Tuesday we'll lay up probably 10 miles short of the border, give or take. And then Wednesday, I think Wednesday we'll go and tag the border. Finish the PCT, and then then I got a day and a half hike back to Harts Pass. So things are winding up fast. It's getting exciting. I guess that's it today. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, so I might be cutting the videos a little bit shorter. We'll have to see. I think I put 2 and 2 together when I was having the GPS problems. That was right after one of those automatic Android updates. And then, I went without it for 4 days until, I got back on the network, and then it I don't know what happened, but it straightened itself out. The other downside is my phone is using a lot more juice now. Before I could go like 3 days on a full charge. Now I'm only going like less than 2. So, and I got to make this battery, between my phone and my battery pack, it's got to last another 4 days. And I already had to charge it today. So I'm probably going to be turn my phone off all night tonight, and I'll just wake up when I wake up. I won't set the alarm. And I got to start conserving the battery, because my phone, I checked all the settings. I'm in low power, keep it in airplane, keep Bluetooth off and everything, but it's still using a lot more power than it did before the update. So gotta make it last, because I gotta have enough juice to take a couple pictures of the border, right? And then probably just as important, I need enough juice to be able to make it back to the highway and not get lost. So I need another 4 days of juice. So I'm going to conserve it a little bit. All right, we'll talk to you later.